The time is now 6 p.m. At this time, I call the Tipp City Extended Village School Board meeting to session. We start with Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Stevens, will you please call the attendance?
Mrs. Drum?
Here.
Mrs. McMurray?
Here.
Mrs. Dillard?
Here.
Mr. Maines?
Here.
Mr. Thompson? Here. We are all present. We have a quorum and can continue.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. At this time, I would love a motion for approval of the agenda.
I'll motion.
Go ahead, sir. Motion by Mr. Maines. Mrs. McMurray, would you like the second?
That would be great. Thank you.
Mrs. McMurray, is there a second on the approval of the agenda? Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Maines?
Yes.
McMurray?
Yes.
Dillard?
Yes.
Drum?
Yes.
Thompson? Yes.
All right, motion passes. Item section 2, superintendent's comments. A, building project update. Mr. Moran. Sorry, Mr. Moran.
As you notice, the Nevin Coppic property is pretty much demolished. There's still some work that needs to be done in regards to creating a parking spot for staff. So right now, staff is parking on the northwest side of the school, but as we have the approval for the early site package, that'll be shut down. So we need to create space for them on the Nevin Coppic site for parking until other parking areas get taken care of. Thankfully, Kim Hagan and her crew dealt with the Center Point Energy and the gas line issue and spent a lot of time. So Kim, Clay, Ken Norman did a lot of work to try to make sure middle school gas line was in place. So they had service at the beginning of the school year. It was a lot of work on their part, but they made sure it was done. So I appreciate their work to make that happen. Bus maintenance garage area, you see the the south parking lot here is base coat is down. We have lines that is going to be the staff parking again for the LT4 staff, and then you have the new roadway that we're using currently for middle school drop off and we use for LT4 drop off, and that starts tomorrow. Pretty good work so far, and gotten better from yesterday to today, and we're getting used to some things. With that, that's going well. They're building the bus garage. I think we expect the actual premium mill will be coming mid-late September and start doing the work there. Concrete work will start getting done on the maybe the next week or the following week with like the fuel tank pad for the buses actually sit. You go out right now in the middle of our current bus lot, you see there's some big, good-sized ruts because the weight of the engine just adds to the concrete in the middle. So we don't have that. And then the pad at the actual bus maintenance garage area will be done to the next month and a half, 2 months. The PK we have on the agenda for the site package, and I'll go through that when we get to that piece, but things are looking positive. That the bid that was selected was underestimated, which is positive for the district. And it's just a lot of moving parts that everybody's working to make happen, including with families and kids, to make adjustments as we navigate this 2.5 to 3 years of construction to completion. What questions might anybody have?
Did you have to make any changes with the pickup and drop-offs?
So we actually, we were walking Friday, we were going to have them cut through, the middle school cut through where to the west of where the bus garage was the original plan. That's part of the early site package, so that couldn't get done until we do a contract here, and then we were going to bring it through the bus garage, and then really just talked about, well, it's probably just better to keep the cars off of Hyatt, just extend them all the way to the LT wall spot. So So they've been using that, so we made some minor changes to that, and middle school's communicated that to the families, and it's working okay. You know, it's with the busing in the afternoon, it's a little tougher to do because of the situation there. It's working.
And tomorrow's the first day of tip off with everybody there, right?
Correct.
That's really good.
So part of that's going to be maybe multi-ball parents not being in line with the middle schools.
Sure. Yeah.
Middle school was done, I think, by 3:11 today, had everybody through pickup, but sometimes they're lining up a lot sooner than that.
Yeah.
They can't even pick up till all the buses leave, which is about 2:59. So we'll keep working.
And the walkers, they used to use that west edge in between the houses, you know, by Nevin Topic, so that's not available any longer, is it?
Just right now, it's not available. They're still doing some construction over there, and we're working with the city to create if you notice we have it ready to go on the west side of the fencing that's out there. We have a path for walkers that can go there. Now we have that swale that we can't disturb, we can't change. But we work with the city to figure out how we can manage to make that a walkway as well. And then the city, until they're working to create a walkway from West Edge through one of those gates, because there's 2 gates out there right now, they're shut down because of construction, that we'd have a walking path from West Edge all the way up to LT Ball. It's just taking a little bit longer to get work.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Moran. At this time, we will take citizens' comments. Let me grab the paper. All right, Mrs. Kathy Bone, you're going to be first today.
Hi, Kathy Bone, 890 Michaels Road in Tipp City. First, I'd like to start by saying the sound in here is awful. I was listening to the board meeting on the way here, the work session, and I could barely hear you guys. And especially Mr. Moran, and then I heard Cynthia Diller did say, Mr. Moran, I can't hear you. Well, she's just a couple feet away from him. So you can imagine how anybody here can't hardly hear you guys talking. You definitely need to put microphones up here so it isn't a true open meeting where we can hear your discussion, whether it's videotaped or whether it's in person. So that's the first thing I want to approach. And then the second thing is I wondered why these student and athlete handbooks are being approved tonight when school started yesterday. I know there's updates added maybe to the handbooks, and those can be printed out on a piece of paper and handed to kids after school starts, and they can sign that they got it, whatever. But I'm not sure why student and athlete handbooks aren't given to the kids on the first day of school and approved back in July like they are in the past, normally, by the Board of Education in July of previous years. And the third thing I want to approach is the suspending of the reading of policy 0131. I saw that in your special meeting last week, and I really didn't understand what you were suspending the reading of it for. Is it a Neola change? Is that policy a legal change? Is it something the board wants to change within that policy? So I would really like to figure out whether there's a reading of it in the future or what is going on with that exact policy, which is policy 0131. And then I'm going to approach the subject of Mr. Warman. Is he here tonight anywhere? No, he usually isn't. He's the owner rep, in case nobody could figure that out. The position, salary, and him in particular, were developed and chosen by his friend, Mr. Moran. And when that was developed, it was said because Mr. Moran wouldn't have time to do all those day-to-day issues. Because at the same time, you fired the HR director, so Mr. Moran now has to wear the HR hat as well. So I don't ever see Mr. Mormon in any of these meetings. I think when it comes to the building updates, he should be the one presenting that information to the public and to the board. And you should be able to ask him those questions because he was hired for that day-to-day activity. And all the contracts that come before you, I think Ken Mormon should be up here explaining to you what each and every one of those contracts is for, because he is, again, supposed to be in the job of owner representative. So I just want you to put that on your little agendas to maybe make that happen. And also something that's been missing off the agenda for, quite a while, has been the $10,000 decrease that Mr. Moran said he would take when he briefed the teachers and staff. I have still yet to see that hit an agenda. So I don't know what anybody on the board's waiting for, but that happened a long time ago. So that needs to be addressed. I do hope that the 2 new board members that will be coming on in January will pay attention to details, ask important questions, and not just sit and rubber stamp everything. Because the board's working for the taxpayers, they're not working for Mr. Moran, and they're not working for Mr. Stevens. If you look at the hierarchy that's given to you by the Ohio State Board, you see that you guys are right below the taxpayers, and they are below you. So you need to remember who you're working for here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next is, I'm going to say it wrong, Chad Grazer.
Close enough.
Okay, sorry.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chad Grazer, and I'm Matt Ratterman from McCulloch Baker Insurance up in Piqua. Seeking an opportunity to see if we can present a quote for the P&C property and casualty insurance for the upcoming fiscal school year. I know you guys are new in December, so we're just here trying to get ahead of it a little bit. Takes a little bit of time. Understand you guys are currently with Liberty Mutual. We also represent Liberty Mutual, but we also represent the Ohio School Plan. Ohio School Plan has 351 members in the state of Ohio, and they boast a 99% retention, which is incredible in today's world, as you can probably imagine. We are fortunate enough to work with a number of schools in the area: Piqua, Sidney, Fort Laramie. We also have Marion Local and just recently added Covington. So Ohio School Plan is they have a very comprehensive package that they put together. That is on the forefront, cutting edge of enhancing the package for school systems and school districts to best protect them in the long run, but are also putting together a very competitive package. That being said, we just love the opportunity to see if we might be able to help, and love an opportunity to quote.
Thank you. Next would be the Miami Valley informational reports. So first is going to be Miami Valley CTC meeting minutes. Mr. Manning.
Okay, the meeting was held, this past meeting was held July 22nd. They had postponed. Normally it's the first Tuesday of, second Tuesday, excuse me, of every month. But they postponed it until the 22nd, which was the same night we had our meeting. So I had to make a choice, and I chose Tipp City. So I was not able to attend that meeting, but you did get the minutes. You can see what's going on. It's pretty much the standard minute or standard procedures that we'll always go through. We reviewed some board policies. We accepted a couple of resignations. We employed a new substitute, about 4 or 5 new substitute teachers. We approved our out-of-state travel for the month. And then we had a grant that we received from, or we approved for the Ohio Coalition for Equity and Adequacy. We had some advances that were returned to our general fund. And then we delegated, or we approved a delegate to the Capitol Conference, which I think we at some point have that on our agenda here too. We also approved an alternate for that particular person. We employed 4 different certified staff members, new ones, and then we had first reading on a couple of our board policies. And then we received a legislative update and specifically talking about House Bill 96 and how it affects MVCTC, and of course we've discussed that here too, and how it affects Tipp City schools and our financial position. So those were several of the things that were going on, but as far as what's going on at CTC, we had an amazing 2,222 students compared to 2,132 students last year. And they started school on Monday, August 11th for the juniors, and then Tuesday, August 12th for the seniors. And it's one of the biggest groups that we've ever welcomed to MVCTC. The scheduled pickup night was held on August 4th, which was my birthday, and it was a great success. Many parents and students attended, and they handed out more than 1,075 laptops in just over 4 hours. The energy that evening was incredible, and the staff is now ready to kick in the new school year. Some other information, there was an administrative retreat was held in preparation for the start of the new school year, and during this important annual meeting, Dr. Weldy provided a State of the District update and shared important information with the entire administrative team so that we could have a smooth start to this new year. Also discussed was school safety and participated in practice calamity activity to hone our preparedness and communication skills. This year, the administrative team went through the building and identified all the major mechanical rooms, emergency shutoffs, AED, and first aid, trauma pack locations. And another thing is, the decision was made, we will be returning to UD Arena for the senior recognition ceremony for the class of 2026 on Friday, May 15th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. The teaching staff returned on Wednesday, August 6th, and participated in opening day meetings to prepare for student arrival. During the meeting, the staff discussed the new MVCTC 2030 strategic plan, the impact of artificial intelligence, which will be coming up in our meeting tonight, on the education profession, as well as the typical beginning of the new year procedural meetings. And lastly, it was pointed out that out of our 17 board members, 12 of us have terms that expire December 31st, 2025. And that being the case, Dr. Weldy and his staff have a critical need to determine which of us board members will be renewing and which will not. I will not be one of the renewing board members because I will be out of office. Dr. Weldy asked each of us to determine if we could determine or could recruit who will be replacing those of us who will not be returning. So I'd like to ask each of you to consider replacing me on the school board, and then this coming January, they need to know before the organization meeting. And I'll tell you that it was a very enjoyable and enlightening experience for me, and I think you'll have a good time too. Please consider it, let me know as soon as possible, and I'd love to take you to one of our next board meetings. And again, we meet on the second Tuesday of every month. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Means. Is there any other informational reports? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead and move on. Mr. Stevens, monthly financial report.
All right. Included in board docs is the monthly report for July of 2025. I'd like to say that things are going smoothly. If you look at our financial report, we have reconciled, and the budget versus actual report shows that we are pretty close to what was on the May 2025 forecast for the fiscal year 2026. Everything is currently operating as expected, except for restricted grants and aid. I had mentioned in our last meeting that for the month of June, we did not receive our science and breeding reimbursement. Well, that has come in. So that is the reason why we're seeing a nice 29.8% of revenue than what was expected. We will be correcting the forecast to adjust for that money coming in July rather than being in June when we do our upcoming revised forecast. It's not a 5-year forecast for this upcoming year. It'll be like it's a 3-year with the current year, so 4 years total. But that was the big reason for that. The other big change was in transfers and advances. We did have $387,000 of federal advance money that we did in June, returned in July once the grant money came in from the state. And so that will also be adjusted on the forecast. And then we did receive a refund in our other financing sources and uses. We were billed by the Montgomery County ESC twice for the same service, but they sent us 2 different invoices. And I caught that and said, hey, we need to get refunded for that. So that is a refund of prior period expense. That will also be an adjustment on the 5-year, the upcoming forecast. Under our expenditures, the only line item that is a little off would be our supplies and materials, but this is because July is when we're paying for all the curriculum that's going to be used for the whole year. And so those expenses, when I looked it up, it's curriculum and software costs, and that's a beginning of the year purchase. So nothing unusual. We'll continue to monitor supplies and materials. Other than that, everything's looking good, and I am looking forward to a good financial year, fiscal year 26. Any questions that I can answer from board members?
When did you say that new forecast is coming?
So it is required to be approved by October 15th. Next year, in fiscal year 27, it's due in August. So it used to be November. The state's budget that was passed changed it to August, but because this is the first year and we just barely found out about it, they're going to have it due October 15th. Because our board meeting, I believe, is October 22nd, I'm going to try to have this ready for the September 16th, I believe, is the next board date.
Yes.
So we'll be looking at it next month. Did I say October 16th? I meant September 16th.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next board meeting, we'll be doing that.
Okay.
So, which, honestly, it's not too difficult because our forecast was pretty up to snuff, I thought. So we'll just see some slight changes like what I just discussed. So, but we'll have that out. And we will be putting together a 5-year like we normally do. When we submit to the state, it will just be the years that they're requesting, which is the current year plus 3. So, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, I'd love a motion for the approval of the ORC 5705 .41 purchase order certification then and now fiscal year 26 for August 2026. There's public content listed below as well. Can I go ahead and get a motion to put in the floor?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Mays, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Thompson. And then discussion wise, okay, fantastic.
So we did have a purchase. We had an invoice that came in from our LT Ball renovation project, which we did in 2024. The invoice came in late because it got lost in Garmin Miller's email spam. So the contractor, True United, sent it to Garmin and it never went anywhere. So it was recently found and forwarded over to us, but because the service was done in the prior year and the invoice date is before the PO date, it is a then and now, which is what we're certifying right now. Then and now means It wasn't on a PO before the work was done, but we had the funding available to pay it, and because the dollar amount is over $3,000, it must be approved by the board. So this was just an invoice that got lost in the mail. And so we are following the ORC requirements and approving this as a then and now. I have not paid it yet. I will pay it tomorrow with the approval of this then and now purchase order.
Any discussion? Questions?
This is a part of the totals. This is what we would have expected to pay.
Correct.
Anyway. This wasn't a change order.
It does involve a small change order of $3,000 for additional work that was necessary, but it was, the original $4,000 was on a purchase order, but it was closed out with the fiscal year because I thought the project was completed. I had sent out an email saying if there any more work and never got a response, so we just considered it done. So if I hadn't closed that PO, we wouldn't be having to go through this process right now. So.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead and proceed to vote.
Maines,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
All right, motion passes to pay the then and now purchase order certification. Next is consent agenda. I would love a motion for the consent agenda. Consent agenda items include prior meeting minutes, resignations, new hires, contract corrections, substitutions, leaves of absence, overnight out-of-state trips, transportation resolution, athletic game workers, Dunaway Family Foundation donation, athletic boosters, and Tipp City Youth Soccer Organization.
All motion.
Moved by Mr. Thompson, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Dillard. You don't need any discussion, so we'll proceed to vote.
Thompson,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
Motion passes. New business. So item A is going to be student handbooks for 25-26. I would love a motion to recommend the approval of the 25-26 elementary, middle, and high school student handbooks. The attached draft policy 5136 was approved at the special meeting held on August 8th and reflects the draft language incorporated into all three handbooks. The red line changes from the policy did not translate into the handbook format. Therefore, the draft policy is attached for reference to clearly identify the approved changes. And the handbooks are included under public content. Do I have a motion to approve the 25-26 elementary, middle, and high school student handbooks?
I'll move.
Moved by Mrs. McMurray. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Maines. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
McMurray,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Fantastic. Next, we'll move on to the athletic handbooks. I would love a motion for approval of the Tipp High School Student Athletic and Parent Handbook for 25-26. It is included under public content.
All motion.
Moved by Mr. Thompson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. McMurray. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Thompson,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Maines.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. The next is the school bus and van bid authorization. A motion to approve the resolution authorizing Meta Solutions to advertise and receive bids on behalf of the board for the cooperative purchase of one 72-passenger, conventional school bus and one 9-passenger van. The resolution is included under public content for the bus and vans as well as the bus calendar for 25-26. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Means, and I'll go ahead and second Mr. Means. Any discussion?
I'll just note, this is a consortium they'll bid on behalf of multiple school districts, and then we can order through them for the price that comes back. We don't have to do it ourselves. In the past, we've also done this with the Southwestern Ohio EDC.
So, just quickly on the resolution, it says two, the purchase of two.
There's no commitment.
So it's
Oh, that's,
One is a van.
well, no, on the resolution, that's a sample. That's a sample that they wanted us to put two in there, not us to put two in there. That's just a that's a 71 passenger conventional. The resolution we have in here is blank. I've suggested one because of budgeting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had put one in. We can make that just be purchase of a conventional school bus and passenger van with no limit, and then we can buy what we want.
Okay.
I see.
That was a little confusing the way that that's
Yeah.
there, so.
Awesome. Thank you for the clarification.
And there is no, this doesn't mandate that we do any purchase.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Restrict us to do more if something happened to you know, buses, it doesn't restrict us from ordering more.
Okay.
It's not like-
Any other discussion, questions?
I just want to make sure we don't pigeonhole us into one and one. Would the board like me to remove the one and just have them quote buses and vans?
I think we have to put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to.
Well, one is currently budgeted for one of each,
So
so
just put one.
yeah.
Yeah,
If anybody can take care of this fly for me,
I
would
know, right? I'm
appreciate
sure
it.
I encourage you to.
If you see me grabbing in midair, that's what I'm going for. Okay, so we'll leave it as is.
By the way, I almost said conversion. So thank you for correcting me. All right, hearing no other discussion, we'll go ahead and vote.
Maines,
Yeah.
Drum,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next is a motion to approve the two attached memorandums of understanding between Tipp City Educational Association, TCEA, and Tipp City Schools as presented. It's under public content, so one is the CCP New Course Incentive Program, the other one is the TCEA MOU for Tipton.
I'll move that we approve the two MOUs.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved by Mrs. Dillard and seconded by Mrs. McMurray to approve the MOUs. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes,
Maines,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
motion passes. Next, a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding effective August 1 of 2025 between the Center for Advancing Student Achievement, INC, DBA Center for Career Empowerment and Student Success, Tipp City Schools, and Tipp High School as presented. And that was during the work session. But there is also the TCS MOU agreement that is under public content.
I'll motion.
Moved by Mr. Thompson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And seconded by Mr. Maines. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Thompson,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, next is a motion to approve the new referenced administrative titles and the corresponding new job descriptions as presented. Public content, the current title is Director of Curriculum and Instruction. The proposed new title will be Director of Teaching and Learning. The current title will be Director of Exceptional Children. The proposed new title would be Director of Student Services. PDF documents are located under public content to just look for the job description.
I'll move that we approve the new titles.
Moved by Mrs. Dillard. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Maines. Any discussion?
Yeah, my only question is, does this change their duties much, or Because I don't see red lines in anything, so.
It's new, it changes some of them, like Gifted went from the reception of children over to teaching and learning. We worked out some changes, but they're all covered within these two pieces.
Okay. All right.
Okay, any other questions? Discussion? All right, and now we'll proceed to vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Murray,
Yes.
Thompson.
All right, motion passes. Next, I would love a motion to approve the changes to the salary schedule and or work calendars for the following employees as presented. Administration recommends the following changes to employee salary schedule and work calendars for Taylor Marsh, Title I Assistant, and then Maria, thank you, the ELL Facilitator.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, guys. And it's Thompson and McMurray. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Thompson,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes,
Maines.
Yes.
motion passes for these salary changes. Next is the Neola Summer 2025 updates, the final read. I would love a motion to approve the Neola Summer 2025 policy updates as presented. Under public content, you're going to find the new updates to the policies.
I'll move that we approve the summer updates.
Mrs. Dillard, is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Thompson. Any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
All right, the Neola Summer 2025 policy updates pass. Next is the motion to approve the purchase of a T350 stand-on floor scrubber without ECO from Brown Supply Company in the amount of $15,715. There is a Tipp High School floor scrubber PDF located under public content.
I'll motion.
Moved by Mrs. McMurray, is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
It's my understanding that this is replacing one that we already had that broke down.
Correct.
All right, hearing no other discussion, we'll proceed to vote.
McMurray,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. Item J is the GPRS contract. A motion to approve the proposal from GPRS for underground utility location and mapping services at 575 North Hyatt Street, Tipp City, Ohio, for the 13-acre project site as presented. There is a quote located in public content.
I'll move that we approve the proposal.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you, guys. Moved by Mrs. Dillard, and there is a second by Mr. Thompson. Is there any discussion?
Was this cost already in our original estimates?
Yeah, so this is all part of the LFI and OFCC
Nothing.
piece, where it has to get done, and they'll put it out. Durham Miller has their piece of it. We gotta put it out for bid. This is part of that process.
I think it's really important for the foundation of the new building to have this done. We need to be able to make sure we know what's in the ground.
Also, that we're not cutting them up over and over and over again as we work on the project.
That works for me. All right. Any other discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
All right, motion passes for the proposal from GPRS for the underground utility locating and mapping services. Next is a motion to approve the agreement between Tipp City Exempt Village Schools and Garmin Miller Associates INC, including the 2025 hourly rate schedule for services as presented. Current bus garage demo project contract is located under public content.
Motion to approve.
Moved by Mrs. McMurray. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Haynes. Any discussion on the bus? What is it?
Let's crouch demolition.
Thank you, bus garage demo project. I was looking for it in the motion.
I'll just,
Go ahead and
Let's do it
give
quick.
details.
so, again, we wanna do this GPRS stuff before we do anything else, because we're running into some issues with unknown stuff, or like with the gas line. It was said it was only going to Nevin Catholic, but it went to the middle school, so we need to make sure we know where everything is. But this demo of the bus garage, while we're gonna be putting out the bid, it doesn't go down until we move into the new one. So this may be till January 26th where it actually starts happening. We gotta have a bus garage to operate some things in before we do the current one.
And all of these costs were already
Yes.
budgeted and also.
Yes, none of these are, the GPRS contract is additional, but we have money set aside for that, contingencies, and things like that, we pay for it, plus we have our local contingencies that will buy that, we pay for that. Now, this could be something like we did with Memon Topic, right, we did an LFI, that we're responsible for any coverage, because the bids came in higher. When the bids come in, we'll know what the actual costs are. It could be more than we anticipated, or it could be less. Hopefully it's less.
Yes, currently this part though is co-funded with the state for the demolition. No, it is not co-funded. This is bus garage, which is district only, which we budgeted. Forgive me.
Hey, there's a lot all getting in our brains, so. Any other discussion, questions? That fly is serious business. All right, then we will go ahead and proceed to vote on the bus garage demo project contract.
McMurray,
Yes.
Maines,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next is a motion to approve the consulting agreement between Tipp City Exempt Village Schools, AI Academy, and Dr. Stephanie Koff-Wolf, commencing August 1st, 2025, and continuing through May 31st, 2026, for in-person instruction and support services at the AI Academy at a total cost of $30,000 as presented. The consulting agreement is located in public content.
I'll move that we approve the consulting agreement, but there is a typo. Her name is Kaufman.
There's an M-A-N.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
I'll second.
It's in the agreement too. Okay.
Who was the second?
Me.
Thank you.
I'll read it when it's corrected. Yes?
It's fine, you can go ahead and read it.
Okay. The motion on, the table right now by Mrs. Dillard and second by Mrs. McMurray is to approve the consulting agreement between Tipp City Exempt Village Schools, AI Academy, and Dr. Stephanie Kaufman-Wolf, commencing August 1st, 2025, continuing through May 31st, 2026, for in-person instruction and support services at AI Academy at a total cost of $30,000 as presented. Any discussion? All right, hearing none, we will proceed to vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes,
Maines,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
motion passes. Item N, is the motion to approve the contract for bid package 1.01, site work and underground utilities for the Tipp City pre-K 8 project as presented, including all site demolition, site clearing, grading, utility installation, erosion control, asphalt-related work, and other associated scope of work as outlined in the attached document under public content. Moved by Mr. Thompson,
I'll second.
second by Mrs. Dillard. Is there any discussion on the above motion?
I'll just say the last page of the exhibit N is the last page. So that breaks down what GMP 1.1 is. It talks about construction and all the numbers. So we're looking at a total of $4.288 million, almost $4.29 million for that. And that's all part of the budget. It also has the bids in there. If you go up further at the beginning, you have all the bids, all the people that put out the bid. We had 4 bidders. The lowest, most responsible bidder was selected after, and this is on page 16, tells you what the bid was, and the actual estimate was 3.6 million, so it was a little budget. We did go with an alternate. That was part of this. It's added, and this is part of the final cost. Just like we base coated the parking lot here, we're base coating the staff parking lot here and drop off. We don't base coat it for 2.5 years, 3 years. It's going to be a problem. We're driving snow plowing, markings, and things like that. So we did put the extra money into temporary using that base coat for safety purposes.
Aaron, this is just like one of many
Yeah.
projects that will be done on this PK facility. Correct?
This is GMP 1. This is just for the site package. You're going to have electrical. You're going to have a bunch of. So it's going to be 1.1, 1.2.
Get used to seeing these.
Yeah.
This truly is PK8 right here.
I read it all.
That's a lot.
The diagrams were great though,
They were really nice,
that I could reference to.
and having like all the budgeted items to see exactly what it was really, really nice. So it is located under public content for those who would like to look it up. It's there.
I like the schedule, I actually printed it off at home, just gonna see how close we are.
Keep pushing.
I'm optimistic.
Optimistic. All right, any other discussion on the site map? Okay, we'll proceed to vote.
Thompson,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Baines,
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes,
Motion passes. Next is the pre-K 8 Design Development Board Resolution. I'd love a motion to approve design development phase submission and authorizing construction document phase services for the OFCC portion of the K to 8 renovation and addition project. Under public content, you will find the K to 8 Design Development Board of Education Resolution.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Baines, is there a second?
I'll second.
Mrs. McMurray. Did you have any things you'd like to add?
We did this pretty much the exact same thing for the SD, and we're doing it for the WCD. And it is, we do have a 75% CD completion has been set for estimation, so we're gonna have another estimate. That's not part of it, that's just something that, another mile marker to try to say we're right on track with budget. I think we're gonna be fine with budget. We've done a good job. We do have some other things that we can take. We've got all these in the budget now, at TD, we have 5%. Still left for things that might happen to the CD, we're pretty much done with the design. And I expect we'll be using those alternates and then doing the 61s to add to the project. Utilize to make better for kids and visitors.
Any questions on any of the development board will proceed to vote.
Maines,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Next is kind of a action/discussion item. So, OSBA delegate appointment for the annual business meeting. The business meeting is set for Monday, November 17th at 2:30 in the Union Station Ballroom at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. So,
Who are we gonna say?
yeah, so
I can't go this year. I'm sorry.
I can do it.
Yay.
Yay, I'm excited.
I did want to note one thing, looking at the dates, because I looked earlier. We do have a board meeting on November 18th,
Which we can adjust.
so if we need to.
Please. I hate that.
I know, I hate when that happens too.
It's okay. You know what? We can all make it work. We have to.
We can, but it's kind of nice if you've been there all day to like decompress a little bit before you jump right in. Is there anyone who would like to be an alternate?
I can be all.
It's a lot of fun. I do enjoy going to the OSBA conference. There's been a delegate the last 2 years, and so it's been really cool to go and be in the meetings. And even if you're not the delegate, you can sit there and listen to the meeting too. I know someone did that last year, and you did it too. And it's really cool to see things done. So, all right. So at this time, I would love a motion to appoint Cindy Dillard as the delegate for the 2025 OSBA annual business meeting. And in the event Cindy cannot serve, Mr. Thompson has been appointed as the alternate. Dates are November 16th through the 18th of 2025.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Main
I'll second.
and seconded by Mrs. McMurray. Any discussion? Thank you guys for doing it. You're gonna love it. All right, we'll go ahead and vote.
Maines,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, next is upcoming meetings. So at this time, the next work session and regular board meeting is on. Nope. It's fine, I got it. September 16th, the work session will begin at 5. Currently, the regular meeting will begin at 6 p.m. Unless we want to change it.
Do we have to motion or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
That's just informational.
So do we have to wait till the next meeting to decide if we're gonna change the time, or can we?
For the November you're talking about?
No,
Or
No,
the
for
work session.
September.
no, we can,
I believe that Mr. Moran had stated that he would put together a plan.
Yeah.
Is that the one? And that we would discuss it.
No,
was
that
that
was the
something else?
subs.
That was the subs, yes, thank you.
Yeah. This is, what, our next board meeting is when? Is September 16th. And when we had talked, so do we wanna keep it a 6 p.m. start, or do we wanna push it to 6:30? Try that extra half an hour just in case, so that we don't feel rushed.
I like the 7th here actually, but I'm good with 6:30 if that's the consensus.
That would take a vote to adjust the board meeting, I believe.
Okay. That's fine. So, let's do a motion, yeah, so we'll do a motion.
Angie, you gonna?
So
I need to change the board meeting.
I motion to change the next regular board meeting on Tuesday, September 16th to 6:30 p.m.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Thompson. Is there any discussion?
I mean, are we all cool with 6:30 or is that?
You can try 6:30.
I would like to, yeah, maybe just do the half an hour, and then if we need more time, then we can push it.
Sounds good to me. All right, we'll go ahead and vote.
Dillard,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Wait, did I say Dillard? I meant McMurray.
It's okay.
Please forgive me.
You're all right.
I know what you're gonna vote. McMurray,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Mays.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna reread this. The next work session, the motion passes. by the way. The next work session and regular board meeting is going to be on September 16th. The work session will begin at 5 p.m. and then the regular meeting will begin at 6:30 p.m. And that's for informational purposes. At this time, I would love a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll motion.
Moved by Mrs. McMurray. Is there a second? Second by Mrs. Dillard. All right. Any discussion? And then we'll proceed to vote.
McMurray,
Yes.
Dillard,
Yes.
Drum,
Yes.
Mays,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
All right. The time is now 6:55.